guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Polar Peak. I haven't played Season 8 yet, so let's find out if I have to upgrade this place again or if it just looks like that. When you look this tutorial, you know a little bit more about Season 8, because I know nothing about it. But well, I was so busy shooting this video, creating Polar Peak and also doing the video editing stuff, that as a reward I will find out this evening what's all new in Season 8. I will look at all the new map changes, of course, if Polar Peak still looks the same. And also the all new skins, so I'm really looking forward to that. But for now, let's focus on the creation. Let's create this beloved place from Season 7, which is Polar Peak. This is just white clay, a very thick layer, and I take the scalpel to try to get the shape of the top from Polar Peak right. When you would ask me to create the whole mountain, I would say just no, that's stupid. I could have gone with aluminum foil, for example, to get a good filling for the mountain, but I think this is okay to just create the top, because this is where all the exciting stuff is happening, and you can see all the castle from the Fire and Ice King. I'm not sure which castle this really is, so to whom it belongs. This is the color called Aqua. I take a very thin layer to get this typically ice crystal blue. I did the same on the tutorial, oh, what's it called? Oh yeah, Frozen Lake, right? Yes, it was Frozen Lake. Well, this is the same technique I used for all the map pieces I already created from Fortnite. I think this is piece number 10. I can't believe I created so many locations. And still, I know you're asking for the huge map I should create by combining all the different pieces. I don't really want to say that it is impossible, but well, this is just so much, ridiculously much work. I think I will look for a different solution. I thought about creating some of the parts really detailed, and the biggest part would be just, let's say, acrylic paint, for example, for the forests. Or I would start all over again, but with a a smaller scale. So this could also go that the whole map is just the size of my desk, for example. I think this would be also funny to create, and this would be just one weekend instead a whole lifetime to create in this scale the whole map. I always used this printed out blueprint. Printed out blueprint. It doesn't really make sense, but you get me. Because I can use the scissors to get all the different parts. Let's say I want to create one of the buildings. I just cut out the one from the paper, and I have a really good blueprint, and I know how huge the tiny clay thing has to be. Yeah, this is one of the places which would totally work as a standalone map. I can't tell you why, it's just the atmosphere right on Polar Peak. You have all the different buildings, and I think it would be just interesting to only fight on the top of the mountain, which is possible, of course. This is the entrance. This would be also the perfect Counter-Strike map. Yeah, we take some gray and a little bit of black. You always tend to take too much of black clay, so be really careful about that. This gray even gets darker after hardening. I should have gone a little bit brighter for the building. Now these are the 2 towers for the entrance. And I'm pretty sure I missed out a lot of details. For example, there are some kind of bridges, bows inside the entrance. Don't worry, I will create the bridge between those 2 towers. But inside, when you go inside, there are these architectural masterpieces. Yes. This is the bridge we will put on top. It already looks really nice, and it gives a really good clue what the real size is. It's just ridiculously small. I mean, compare it to my fingers. One of these towers is, well, tiny. But I was happy that with the scalpel, for example, you are able to create these tiny details, and it really looks okay, I guess. There are the 2 towers, and they will also get the fins. This is just a simple technique for the fins. I was looking for a really easy way to create them, because on the map there are so many fins. I wanted to get a technique which is really easy to replicate. Yeah, I just also placed the stones, and this is the left building when you get in. Well, when you're landing with a glider, it depends from which side you're coming. And this is the roof. Yeah, maybe we should go a little bit higher for this building. Yeah, there's another tower. Somehow this location also reminded me of the Viking village. Not only because it is on top of a mountain, which both are, but also because of the buildings. They don't really look similar, but they both look really old and haunted. Yeah, I enjoyed creating that one as well a lot. Yeah, this evening I read about something called the Momo Challenge. You have heard about that, probably. I haven't heard about that. Well, I also haven't seen all the news in Season 8 yet in Fortnite. And just because I upload on YouTube doesn't really mean that I always know what's going on YouTube. So this Momo Challenge, oh boy, I don't really even know what to say about that. If you don't, if you are not familiar with it, it's about videos for children where you're putting Momo inside this character, saying that you should commit suicide and stuff like that. And I would not believe it. I couldn't believe it when I read about it. I just heard about it today. Probably it's out a few days. What kind of challenge is this even? I mean, this is not a challenge. This is just ridiculous. This is, come on, threatening small children. I don't really want to talk much more about it because I don't think that it would be justified. Come on. So, back to the creation, because I really get depressed when thinking about this bullshit. This is the right building. Yeah, let's focus on the good stuff on YouTube. For example, a nice tutorial on how to create Polar Peak. These are the stairs inside the building. And I was not sure if I should create the stairs because they would have been a little bit smaller. But I went outside my scale to just create it. Still thinking about this Momo challenge. This is really... I don't even find the right words for that. What's that? Yeah, what am I creating right now? These are two tiny flags, and I think they both turned out pretty well. They are right in front of the building. And now some more fins. And we will place these as well. Here we go. And well, the entrance building is finished of the castle. Now we will cut away a little bit of the snow. Well, I should say we are shoveling away all the snow. That makes sense. Which always reminds me of this day when a good friend of mine moved, and the moving van couldn't get a parking slot right in front of his house because there was so much snow this winter. So before even carrying all the heavy furniture, we had to take the shovels and to remove all the snow in front of the house, which took us like 2.5 hours, and we were so exhausted. And after that, no break, because well, he was moving and we had to fetch to get all the furnitures. And 1 hour later, we even had a small accident with another car, because there was just so much snow and everyone was exhausted driving in these conditions. And when we arrived at the new flat, which was 5th floor, no elevator, we were carrying up all the heavy stuff. Yeah, it's probably that high, like the castle I'm building right now. And well, the firemen were standing in front of the new building which he was moving to, and we were just like, oh, what is it about? Why are you blocking the street? And they told us that there were so many ice crystals on the roof from the new flat, on the huge building, dropping down on the sidewalk, and we would have just half an hour before they would closing the sidewalk and also the street. This meant for us we had to get out all the stuff from the moving van into the new flat in just half an hour, which was just insane. And we were just throwing the stuff and just placing the couches and the tables on the sidewalk to get it all out. And yeah, really funny story. Same day I got home in the evening. I was really exhausted, and my now wife, my former girlfriend, thought, hey, it would be funny to take this steep road with all the snow. Of course, we got stuck. Yeah, let's go into the oven. Freshly baked Polar Peak! And now let's take this white pen. Yeah, probably the story wasn't that funny at all, but well, this day was just all about snow and blocking the everyday life so much. It's still in good memory. I tried to put all the white pen where the snow would be, and now I try to get the roofs a little bit darker with this gray pen. Same pen I used for the prisoner skin, the video from yesterday. And now I try to get the white color on all the roofs. I was not really comparing to the reference images and in-game videos I made. I tried to feel like a snowflake falling down. Where would I land? Okay, now. I think this is the last working step. Look at that! Oh, Polar Peak! Guys, I guess that's it! Polar Peak! Sorry. That's it for Polar Peak. Now I'm really curious if they have changed it in Season 8. Let's find out. I don't really want to know. Okay. Map changes, Fortnite Season 8. All new map changes in Season 8. They didn't change it. Let me know what you think about this creation, what I should create next from all the new map locations. Volcano! And write it down in the comments. I guess that's it for today. Have a great weekend and take care, guys. Bye! Volcano! Oh, look at that! Polar Peak is spinning.